well, would you like to talk about your collection and
ये bottle हटा दो यार.
why Padma?
Sure. Well, very briefly, my collection always kind of evolves. It's never revolutionary on the ideas I work with all the time on how to be India modern.
Pani, हाँ.
How we take something that's Indian instead of going backwards into time and being the Maharaja syndrome, which is okay but for bridal, then we have to find a contemporary thing because that's the only way Indian fashion can be remotely have a chance to be global if people don't have to try and drape. And the other thing that I love, as you all know, is the drape form, which we're losing in India, so we structure the draping in everything. So it looks like things are loosely tied and wrapped. That's the basic thing. It was a lot of ivory, a lot of prints. It's for summer. It's see now, buy now, it's already in the store. I normally always believe that the clothes should be the stars of the show, and rarely do I allow a showstopper to upstage these clothes. But when I heard it was Padma, I thought it was the perfect choice because she's here, by the way, to launch her 2 books. She's on a book promotional tour, and this is by chance that she's here. So to me, that's an amazing feat already. She wears her age, she wears her confidence, she wears her Indianness. She embodies what I'd like to think our kind of woman is, who is India modern. She's lived abroad, she's very proud of her Indianness, she writes books. Is this a press conference about these clothes or Padma? Anyway, but anyway, that's why Padma, and I let her to do it. It was just my good luck that she happened to be here. And when Jasprit Chandok of Reliance IMG rang me and said she's here, I said, don't even think twice. She's better be in my show, not on the show. And it's great that we worked out because we shot many years together in a dismal film that sang off the gateway of India straight into the ocean.
But the show was beautiful,
Yeah.
and my outfit was glorious. I
And
looked fabulous.
we've met here and there in Delhi, so it's been great to reconnect. It's been fun. It makes the process fun. And like I said, and like you all saw, she embodies, I love the way she went striding down. She moves her hands like she's walking on the streets of New York. And that to me is an attitude.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me, and especially to Tarun. I've never walked at Lakme Fashion Week, and so to do that at this point in my career and to do it for such an amazing, iconic designer who really defines what the best of Indian fashion is, has been, and will become in the next decade or two is truly an honor. I was very tickled to see my old friend again. Beyond how talented he is and how visionary he is about his clothes and about bridging this gap between East and West, he's also a really nice person. He's also really fun to hang out with. And Tarun and I have known each other for years, and I don't see him often. I see him sporadically every now and again, but whenever I do, it's like we never ever left each other's side. And,
Quite right.
and when you have people who are so talented but are fun to work with as well, it's truly inspiring, and I'm just very happy to be here. I'm glad I didn't fall.
It's totally mutual. If she felt, she'd have made it cool. It would have been the new thing. Everyone would have wanted it in their show, so but we're glad she didn't fall.
I'm glad I didn't fall. There you go.
Thank you.
We're doing no one-on-one interaction, so any questions, guys?
This particular notice in the show, you have this motif of the rose, the red rose. Was it intentional that you would aim to put it only on certain outfits and not all of them?
Well, actually, the way this evolved was that we had a painter come into the studio, an artist who painted all these motifs. We had an artist come into the studio, and you can do these things in India because I got tired of using these prints that we bought out of the Italian studios, and then they started looking very generic. So I thought, why not get a painter, because we have a little foundation and we support these guys, and some of them work as teachers, and he sat there for 2 months painting just beautiful motifs from books, from old Mughal things, from flora and fauna books, insects, there were butterflies, these were all painted, and then these were digitally removed and calibrated and put into the prints in a random way. So it just depends where it went, we tried screen printing, we wanted to move away from what had become our typical jewel look into something fresh and easier. As you've noticed, there's almost nobody here in Indian clothes. So Indians are wearing a lot of Western clothes, and they wear Indian clothes for very ceremonial functions. And we want to give them an alternative that is Indian and has the drape, but is contemporary and suits and flatters them for color and form. But that doesn't have to be a cheap dress, because that's what's available here, and doesn't suit most Indian bodies. So you can wear the anarkali as a dress, you can put on a churidar, you can drape a scarf around, you can belt it. You got to be free with clothes. Anyway, that's the story of the rose. Sorry to digress. As usual, verbal diarrhea.
Padma, does this define your personal style statement as well?
Was this salmon pink is one of my favorite colors, and obviously I don't wear gagras with a 10-meter diameter every day, but
Great color.
it is. I'm stealing this. It was made for me, so
Yes.
I'm just putting it in my purse. I just want you to know that.
Do I have a choice?
No, you don't.
I'm asking. When she decides she's doing it, it's going in her
I'm doing
purse.
it. I have a very big purse. So, no, I do wear clothes like this. I tend to mix and match. So if I was wearing, one of his beautiful, heavier gagras, I would probably wear it very low on the hip, and I would wear it in New York or Paris or wherever I was. I would wear that with like probably a little t-shirt, like just to break it up a little bit. There aren't that many occasions that I have to wear a full, as he says, the traditional thing. I felt incredible in that first outfit. I felt like some Mughal bride going down the runway. I mean, I don't think I even looked that beautiful at my own wedding. It was beautiful. And so it's also that garment that I had earlier is very light, which is very important because you want a woman to have something that's very grand when it's the right time, but you also want her to feel like herself. And I certainly felt like that in that outfit as well as this. I mean, I would wear this with a pair of jeans and a leather jacket and call it a day, maybe some strappy heels. I find the thing that's beautiful about his clothing is that it is very versatile. I went to the boutique for my fitting and I found a sari with this beautiful like malmal full sleeve gathered blouse with little tiny pearls for buttons, and I'm going to wear that not as a sari blouse, but I'm going to wear that just as a blouse with some shorts or a beautiful organza skirt, and then I'll wear the sari too, and some other things that I found. But I think the one beautiful thing about his clothing is that not only is it modern, but it's very timeless. I know that he does 2 shows a year, and so he probably wants you to focus on what's in the stores now. But I have to tell you, there's pictures of me online in a beautiful maroon outfit, very transparent, but very beautiful. And I still love that outfit. I mean, that outfit is like 15 years old or something, and it's still timeless. And I think like just after that, I think Halle Berry wore like the very similar dress that she won the Oscar for. So it just goes to show you that he's always thinking ahead. But it doesn't matter if you have a Tarun piece from today, from yesterday, or a decade ago. It really stands the test of time.